So, what does your typical day at work consist of?
So it normally starts with handover in the morning, where we find out what's going on with the different patients, and then in the morning we often try and treat the patients and work through our caseload with the other members of the MDT. And then after lunch, try and do some exercise, get the patients active, and then any admin bits that needs to finish in the afternoon.
What was your career journey?
So I'm newly qualified, so I've recently come out of university. I went to Keele University, and then I've done 2 rotations. So my first one was on HCOP, which was care of the elderly, and now I'm on the CF unit.
What got you interested in physio?
I've always had an interest in kind of health and sport, and I wanted a job that would kind of be social and work with lots of different people, and it's also very kind of diverse with the rotations every 6 months, so I went down that line.
And what has been your favourite/proudest moment in your job so far?
Probably becoming respiratory competent and becoming independent when working through a caseload, enjoying the on-call rota.
What does your typical day at work consist of?
So my typical day on the cystic fibrosis unit consists of going to handover in the morning, where we discuss all the patients from lots of different perspectives. And then I will treat some of those patients alongside my colleagues. And then in the afternoon, we might do some exercise sessions with patients. And as part of my role as a Band 6, I'll be preparing for clinic, where we see each of our patients every couple of months, or doing any assessments and jobs that are outstanding to keep people well in the community.
What was your career journey?
I've had quite a varied career up to this point. I worked in 2 different countries across both public and private healthcare systems. And it's given me quite a lot of experience, and it's really nice to work in lots of different places and meet different people.
What got you interested in physio?
So I never wanted to be a physio, and yet here I am. I think over the years it's had parts that have been really interesting and parts that have been less interesting. You've got to have a love for people and a real strong belief that exercise and activity is really valuable for people and their livelihoods.
What was your favourite moment in your job?
So I have 2 favourites that I can think of. My first was when I was a junior and I just started out. I had a lovely little patient with some learning difficulties, and it took me weeks to get them back on their feet after they'd had a fracture of their femur. And the other one was a patient in Wales, and actually getting her outside for the first time in months of having a really long hospital admission. So there's lots of different things you can do to make the time go by.